This is a barbell front squat. Now, let's take a look at how we set this up, and then we'll take a look at the details of the form. So, first things first, I've got the J-hook set up just below shoulder height of me standing up nice and tall here. And I've got the safety bar set up just below where the bar height would be at the lowest point of my good form squat. So it's good to do a squat without any weight. Use the mirror, check your form, see how low you're going to be able to go, and then set your safety bars up just below that point. From here, don't be fooled by your hands actually holding the bar during this squat. Your hands are not bearing any weight. They're just there for a little bit of control and stability. Your shoulders and upper torso are what's really bearing the weight. You can tell this by simply holding your arms straight out in front of you, parallel to the floor. Position that bar centered on you so that you can get the bar just onto the top part of your shoulders here, and then stand up. And you should be able to hold that bar there without it rolling forward or back. Should be nice and stable in that position. From here, you could actually position your hands into what we call a cross grip. So you just put your hands on your opposite shoulders, and you can perform a front squat with this kind of a grip. Perfectly acceptable. If you'd like to do the clean grip, we're going to put our fingers symmetrically on the bar. You can put all your fingers or just your first two fingers, whatever your preference is. Again, it's going to be more so have to do with the range of motion of your shoulder. With a clean grip, it is good, and this might be limited by some shoulder mobility that you might have. The cross grip is going to be generally easier with any kind of shoulder mobility issues. But if you want to do the clean grip, two fingers grab symmetrically across the bar there, and just outside the shoulders. So notice my fingers are not out wide. They are just outside of my shoulders. And from here, I'm going to drive my elbows forward so that they remain parallel to the floor. And from here, now, before I even take up the weight of the bar, you want to make sure your squat form is already in place. So you've already got a little bit of a mini bend to pick up the bar, so your form should already be in place. Neutral spine, feet with about hip width apart, toes, feet parallel, maybe 10 to 15 degrees turned out, but not much with this narrow stance. And then as you bend down into the squat, we're going to make sure your squat form is still all remaining in effect there. So spine neutral, knees remain over the feet through the motion. So with this grip here, you're going to grab the bar with your fingers just outside the shoulders, bend down a little bit, drive those elbows forward, get the bar right on top of the top of your shoulders, not so that your fingers are holding the weight, but so that the shoulders are holding the weight. Your upper arm should be parallel to the floor and to each other. So drive those elbows up, parallel to the floor, and to each other. If you're not able to get your elbows up into that position, it's going to be preferable for you to do the cross grip on the bar, because that's going to be a lot easier for your shoulders to get into that position, and you can still perform the front squat there. So again, if you're here with the clean grip, or if you're using the cross grip, upper arms are parallel, floor into each other. Then you're going to descend into your squat with good form. Sitting your butt back, but not as much as a back squat. With the front squat, you are going to keep your torso up a little bit more, and it's going to drive through your quads a little bit more than your glutes will be involved. But do still try to keep your whole core involved. So with your feet planted solid on the ground, feet are parallel, and maybe they're 10 to 15 degrees turned out, but not much. As your knees bend, knees remain right over those feet. Sit in the butt back just enough, but you're still going to keep your torso up tall. And then squeeze through the glutes, drive through the quads, and really press yourself up strong and tall there. So the quads will be a little more dominant than they would be in a back squat. This also allows you to descend into this squat without your knees passing your toes too far. So you can, if you have any kind of knee issues you're trying to be protective of, you'll probably be able to bear more weight in the front squat with your knees behind your toes. Whereas with the back squat, it's a good chance that your knees might actually likely have to pass your toes, depending on how far you can go. With the front squat, your knees may still pass your toes, depending on your form. Work with your trainer to determine if that's going to be the ideal position for you or not. You also want to make sure you're driving through your midfoot. So the bar is balanced right over your midfoot, and you're putting all that good pressure through the ground, through that midfoot, using your quads and glutes to drive up tall with your core locked solid. Everything in the core is locked solid, driving up tall. And when you're finished, step forward, and then you could do one more good form squat to descend the bar into the rack, and you're done. And that there are your barbell front squats.